Hello friends. For reasons that I shan't go into here, I've had a pretty naff week. I think if I was to describe my week as being a newspaper, it would be the Daily Express of weeks. Pretty terrible, not quite the Daily Mail. There's kind of still one rung of shitness beneath me on the ladder. But anyway, in an attempt to remedy the situation, me and my apprentice-style suitcase will be going on a trip to Brighton. Hello, I'm just off to Brighton, so I'll be back tomorrow sometime. See you later. Here we go. I'm just going to go and tell Dave that I'm going to Brighton. Afternoon. Dave, as you may know, used to be my flatmate. He's actually moved out now, but I think he'd probably still want to know, just to be on the safe side, that I am in fact going on a day trip to Brighton. This is where he works, this bar here. Hi gents, my name's Tom Davis. If you just tell him that I'm going to Brighton for the day, that would be appreciated.
Dave.
Just passing the message on.
Tom here is trying to let you know that he's going to Brighton for the day. He said may have a very splendid trip.
Lovely, thank you very much for that. Cheers. I'm off to Brighton for the day today.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Say it again?
I'm off to Brighton for the day today.
Oh. How's the weather there?
Well, I don't know. Hopefully slightly better than this, but
Okay.
nice to get away from things, isn't it?
Good.
Sorting out the old train ticket. Oh, lovely, thank you. I'm actually going to Brighton.
29. 129 is the next one.
Lovely, next train to Brighton. Thank you. Excuse me, mate, is this the Brighton train here? Oh, there we go. Great, that's where I'm going, Brighton. Lovely. Here we are at East Croydon. I imagine the train is just stopping off here before it goes on to its eventual destination, which of course will be the city of Brighton. Here we are, the fine city of Brighton. I think it's a city. I presume it must be, but I don't actually know. I'll ask. Hang on. Excuse me, is Brighton a city or is it a town? A city. Lovely, thank you very much. Okay, confirmation, if it was needed, that Brighton is in fact a city. And more importantly, I am now in it. 807. Here we are. Oh. What a positive start. So, a quick tour of the hotel room. It's fairly modestly proportioned, as you can see. It's a single occupancy room, and I often wonder in single occupancy hotel rooms why you would then bother with the toilet door, which is slightly rickety as it is, but there is the toilet. I presume there's a shower facility of so yes, here we go. All the mod cons. And that's basically it. Television there, this shelving unit here with some tea and coffee making facilities which can come back home with me, and then there's this weird sort of alcove thing here. I can only assume that this is for in case you decide to bring back a sexual partner to the hotel, which I suppose strictly speaking would be against the hotel's terms and conditions because it is a single occupancy room. But if you were a fan of a certain sexual position, your partner could just kind of rest in this cupboard area while you were attending to them from behind. Otherwise, I'm not really sure what it's here for. I'm here in this shop. What? with my friend Charlotte. And have you really been on holiday unless you've come to a shop that sells wanky decorations such as this? One cat short of crazy. Here we go. This is for you. Wine improves with age. The older I get, the more I like it. Would you say that's true?
Yeah.
Do you appreciate wine more now than you did when you were 18?
Definitely.
Good,
Yeah,
great.
100%.
Accurate sign. For the man who has everything, why not get a mug with a euphemism for your penis emblazoned on the side?
Bring him out.
You can pick up Henry for me. Careful. Steady. This is a statue of Henry VIII taking a dump. How much is it?
£12.
12 quid.
The mat is a thing.
We associate the Royal Pavilion mostly with the architect John Nash. I'm not sure that's entirely true. I don't associate it with the architect John Nash. Do you? Well, I know you don't. You associate it with getting shit-faced. But here is Brighton Pavilion. Is this the best view?
No, you're not actually looking at
Right.
it.
Oh, right. Okay. What's this?
That's the back end.
That's the back of Brighton Pavilion. We're now going to look at the front of Brighton Pavilion. One of the great things about Brighton, of course, there's ample opportunity to try and win back your train fare, and that's what we're here to do this afternoon. Don't like this new mask, the way it pulls my ears out. I look like pre-operation Gareth Bale. Anyway, that was a success because we went in and spent £5, and here is my one remaining 10p, which I shall treasure as a memento of my day out in Brighton. This is the Instagram bit of Brighton Pier. So we've done that. Very nice. Morning. Ran into a spot of difficulty yesterday. I ran out of phone battery approximately. There's a one-way system in the hotel, and the exit is there. Hang on. And we're out. Sorry about that. What I was going to say was that I ran out of phone battery kind of fairly shortly after we'd done our Instagramming, and so I couldn't really document the rest of my day in Brighton, which is where I am now, of course. But I can kind of sum it up for you. We went from the Instagram pier to try and find something to eat, which actually was quite a challenge. Lorry going past there. Key workers, of course. Yeah, it was difficult because, I mean, Brighton on a Saturday night, I imagine, is busy at the best of times, but under COVID-19 conditions, it was a challenge to find anywhere. So we probably spent about maybe an hour just walking round, going into restaurants saying, can you fit us in? And they were saying, no, sorry, unless you have a booking, there's no space, which was difficult. But then we found somewhere, we walked past somewhere, and we thought, oh, actually, this looks pretty good. And it didn't seem that full. So it was a bit of a find, really. And I went in, I said to the bloke at the check-in desk, would you call it a concierge? It's more of a hotel thing, isn't it? Anyway, the man who shows you to your table, I said to him, can you fit us in? Can we have a table for two? And he said, yeah, we can fit you in. Where would would you like to sit? So we chose our table, sat down, and then of course we found out why the restaurant was so empty, where everyone else was heaving. Of course, they only served vegan food, but that actually was fine. And to be fair to the vegan community, it was very nice. The cheese on my pizza, I would say, was a top 5 cheese, and it contained no animal products whatsoever. I do find that quite difficult to believe because it was very nice. So this is the seafront at Brighton. There is a burnt out building. I think there's a technical name for that, but not sure what it is. Pier over there, which is where we were earlier on. But the only thing about this is, I don't know if you can see them from here, but if you look out beyond the burned out building, which is there, right out, I don't know whether you can see them on the camera, there are a load of wind farms, which personally, I know people are all about the environment these days, but I think they spoil the view. As of today, I would say that I am firmly a supporter of global warming in all its manifestations. Let's bring them down. On a serious note though, I have very much enjoyed my approximately 24 hours in Brighton. I would say it's very much what I needed. And if you feel as though the stresses and strains of life are getting too much, and you need a bit of time away, recharge the batteries, etc., I would thoroughly recommend coming here. And I would like to extend my thanks to the people of Brighton. Some of them have appeared in this video incidentally, for their warm hospitality and for making a fantastic city, which of course we know is a city, for us all to enjoy. And in return for their hospitality, I mean, to be honest, I don't really owe them anything because I've already helped the economy with my hotel bill and eating out, etc. But I'm going to give them this gift to say thank you and respect. People of Brighton, what I'm going to suggest that you do is this: take out a big advertising board in the middle of London, ideally that big one at Piccadilly Circus. I don't really know how that works, but I'm sure somebody round here has got contacts. Take out that big advertising board, put a big picture of the seafront on it, Photoshop out the wind farms, obviously, we'll gloss them over, but take the board out, put up the picture of Brighton in all its glory, and then in big text right in the middle you should put Brighton. It's like the Isle of Man, but better.